My guest this evening is Mr. Evan Walton. Evan is the brother to a guest I had on prior, who was also one of the owners of Universal Fade King. Did I say it correctly?
You did.
All right. But before we bring Evan, Evan's going to tell us who he is and how we can help him and vice versa. Please let me introduce you to my wonderful, beautiful mother. Hi, Mom. The woman who believed in me from the beginning, and I'm glad she did. The other product that I'd like to talk about, I'm a crazy water fanatic. It works. It's good for skin, it's good for hair, it's good for nails, it's good for weight loss, it's good for mood changes, it's good for hunger pains, so you don't eat so much. But more importantly to me, it's just delicious. This is called Simple Truth. The other reason I love it so much is because I think one of the best compliments someone could say to me, among many, is that I'm simple. They actually call me silly. This is not called Silly Truth, it's called Simple Truth. And I could not help myself if I wanted to from not telling the truth. So go out, get yourself some absolutely wonderful water called Simple Truth. The other product we want to talk about on the table is my first published book, and I am working on the second one as we speak. Cozyisms, The Art of Paying Attention. Please go to Amazon, search Cozyisms. It will come up. Buy one for you, your family, and everyone on your work at your work. There we go. So, Mr. Evan, thank you for showing up this evening.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the reality. Most of the guests that I've had on here, almost every guest that I've had on here, I knew what they did, why they were here, and what I was going to talk to them about. So the beauty of it being my show and life being as it is, unpredictable, I have an unpredictable guest here sitting on my couch. So Mr. Walton, Mr. Evan, why are you here?
I am here, Miss Cozy, to promote the business me and my brother have, Universal Fade Kings, located 3242 East Desert Road, Suite 7. And I also have a radio show that I do, internet radio, Hot 702.5 FM, and my show is Everything Arrogance every Thursday at 6 p.m., where I have a show for my peers, where we, young business owners. We have a few people who real estate agents, teachers, and doing great things in the community. So I want to shine light on them, and not just them, but just everyone in Las Vegas. So really for our peers, let the older generation and the younger generation that we're doing some things as well. We're doing some great work around here.
So we're almost doing similar.
Exactly.
The same, similar shows. Yours is just
exactly. The energy is the same.
Okay.
Exactly.
But your concentrated audience, so would be 30 to 40, 25 to 30. They're out there and they're looking to promote their business. You believe in them.
Yeah.
Who are they?
I believe they're everybody, honestly.
Okay.
I've had people on my show of different age groups, as from the young high school kids to my brother's youngest 4-year-old son, and to my mother, Mr. Caston, Reverend Caston as well. He's a little older as well. So we're tapping with everybody, honestly. My goal is to tap in with everybody.
But you made a comment earlier that you wanted another generation understanding, the older generation understand the younger generation are to be respected and recognized.
Exactly.
So those are the people that I want them to hear you say that. So there is an age category. I understand you can put any and everyone on there,
right.
but that's not where you're focusing. So let me give you an example.
Gotcha.
I am focusing on business owners.
Right.
I'm not gonna have a 4-year-old business owner. And if they are, then I need to learn from them, right? You do have an age.
Honestly, I don't have an age.
Well, you said you did.
I mean, I'm sorry, I might have said that just because my age and our peers and demographic is to kind of what targets us the most. But I'm tapped in with everybody, honestly. So that might be my mistake into my, who's my reach. My reach is everyone who's doing anything positive in this world. That's my reach.
Okay. And you talk more about business, whereas my show is happy, positive. Are you talking more on the business end of?
So, like I said, I might have spoke too soon. We do have people from business owners, teachers, ministers. We had a lady, Jasmine Lady Spells, who just became judge of our city, you know? So honestly, it's who's ever putting in great energy into this universe who I want to come sit down with, or I want to sit down with me. So yeah, that was maybe my mistake on the age group and demographic I'm looking for.
Because I was feeling left out.
I'm looking for all superheroes. All superheroes.
Okay, and we know, as you said, they come from 4 to 400.
They do.
Okay. Which of your two positions do you get the most joy? And while you're thinking of that,
that's a good question.
I know, again, I didn't know that when your brother was here, that I pretty much met him, I guess, a year after he started with Shay. And you've been in the shop how long?
Maybe going on 3 years full. Maybe this summer will be 3 years this summer. 22. This summer, yeah, it'll be 3 full years.
You're a new barber.
Yeah, I'm a new barber.
Do you do eyebrows?
I don't do eyebrows.
Will you learn how to do eyebrows?
I don't do eyebrows like my brother do eyebrows. I might clean up the guy's eyebrow with my clippers, clean and knock them down.
Okay.
But that's an art that you do.
And is there any particular reason why you're not learning this art?
I do. I mean, I might not do your eyebrows, but I might, like you say, do your hair. I might give you a facial. I'm gonna leave that to my brother. That's what he does. He's great at that. So I'm gonna let him have that. I'll figure something else out to do.
So you know where I'm going with this. So when I go into the shop and Evan is not busy and his chair is empty and I'm sitting still, I don't like sitting still. And I don't understand why I have to sit still, except the fact that Evan has chosen not to concentrate on eyebrows. Is that fair?
That's fair. But not every barber has to concentrate on eyebrows.
I don't care about other barbers. I'm talking about Universal Fade is my shop.
And Universal Fade Kings, 3242 East Desert Road. My brother Tank will do your eyebrows.
Unless you're a guy and you've got woolly eyebrows, he'll use
I'll knock them down for you.
He'll knock them down.
If you want anything with arched, Universal Fade Kings, Tank, you got you.
Dang it, I've been working on this for over a year. Why don't you learn how to do eyebrows? And then I found that they don't learn how to do eyebrows in barber school. That's why, and I understand why he can't. He has to learn it in the shop. Now, as much as I want to knock it out of there, I'm not sitting in his chair for him to practice on my eyebrows.
Remember I told you that though. I told you the first time you ever asked me, you don't want to sit in my chair because I wouldn't do a good job. So we kind of got that. You just don't remember, I don't think.
No, I remember. I'm just persistent. No, I'm pretty persistent in my wants. So, what makes you happy? I asked the question and I went away from it. Which of the two positions brings you the most joy?
Brings me the most joy?
What do you get joy from each of them independently?
That's a great question right there. I get great joy from them independently.
Okay.
In the barbering world, the barbering business, I get joy from working with my brother every day.
Oh.
Get to see my brother every day, 5 days a week. Get to learn from him. Kind of taught me the business, taught me just how to be professional and how to really work and do that thing. So, and the clients as well. We have great clients, great, it's family oriented. A lot of beautiful people, good souls come through that shop. So I love that. But the radio show is like Monday Night Football. It's like, it gives me a different kind of, different energy though. So it brings two different things, but they both bring me happiness, for sure.
You guys have some good blood. Two brothers, both talking about happy. Jeez Louise. That is the main core of this show. And to have some blood brothers that are practicing and preaching it. Now, when I was asking your brother, and I'll ask you, what are you doing, or what do you think, what more do you think you can do on an individual basis when you're around negativity and I don't want to call it negativity. Every day someone is going through something.
Right.
And we look at them and we think they're mean, or we think they're angry. They're not mean or angry. They may be hungry. They may be unemployed. They may be getting ready to get evicted at this point. What is it that you want to or believe you can add to others' lives? As you pay attention to those things.
and I do. I think like energy can fill the whole room. You can feel someone's energy when they come in, maybe by the aura or maybe the first conversation when they come into a room. One thing I try to do every single morning is to not bring that energy when I leave that house. When I leave my house in the morning, I don't want to bring nothing from home, nothing from work the other day, or someone who pissed me off that night. Excuse my language, but I try to always be the same person and bring a great, positive, upbeat energy every single time. No matter if I don't feel like it or not, if I gotta be fake, I will do it though, just to show my compassion to you and what you got going on.
And so in your shop, you're dealing with people more than your radio program. You know what though, and I'm gonna say this before I ask the question, since I've been coming in that shop, I have been going in barber shops since before you were born, that's right. Whoa, gosh, since the 70s? When were you born? 80? Yeah, since the 70s. I had a barber shop. Don't make me laugh. I had a barbershop called Jerry's Den, and it was in the neighborhood. What hairstyle? I don't remember what hairstyle I was wearing. I remember she did shave it all off. Did she put the mohawk in? I think she put in my first mohawk. No, first mohawk was put in California. Right. And what I immediately recognized, it was a black neighborhood, I can say that with all respect, and they were always late. Right. What I love about your shop is you stick to your schedules. The other thing that I really love about technology is that after all these years of being in barbershops, I can actually schedule an appointment. Yeah. And more importantly, when I walk in, I don't think especially since the software, the applications we put there, I don't think I have to wait. What do you do when people come in and they are, all right, so I'm on time, gotcha, and that person was 20 minutes late. Right. Do I need to wait?
If you were on time, were you before them or after them? We said
after them.
You were after them.
They were late. I'm on time.
So you beat them to their appointment.
No, I'm on time. They're late because they're in your chair, but they were late.
I mean, honestly, as a barber, and the way I feel when it comes to that late stuff, and I learned this from working in a barbershop in Denver, and it was the terminology of the appointments. The first barbershop I worked in, we called them reservations. Just as in a restaurant, you have a 7 o'clock reservation. You will be up once that table gets done. And it's just lingo, Your 7 o'clock reservation for dinner is at 7 o'clock. So once we have a spot for you at 7 o'clock, you will be up. You'll be up next. It might be 7:10, 7:15, but you will be up.
Okay, restaurants do have a 15-minute window.
Yeah, and as a barber, you should have a 10 to 15-minute window.
Okay, so that was my question.
Yeah.
Do you have?
I do. My window may be 5 to 10.
Okay.
5 to 10 minute window.
Okay.
I'll give you a little.
Okay. Audience may need to know that.
I do give a little 5 to 10 minute window. At the end of the day, it's a business. Things happen. Life happens.
Yes.
You might got caught in traffic. Might got pulled over, or sometimes the guy in front of you could have wanted to change his hairstyle. That might take another 10, 15 minutes. And that happens. We just have to do a good job and a better job. Or no, I'm saying we do it, but one that will make you feel comfortable there, and just to let you know, please be patient. I'm running behind. You will be up next, and that's the end of it. Okay. But people can't. I'm like, did you go to your doctor's office and get mad at them when you're sitting in the waiting room still?
Oh, you have no idea who. Everybody hears from me when they're late.
Hey,
I'm just an on-time person.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
And there's a certain group. We know who that group is. We have no concept of time. We're not going to get specific here, but you know who I'm talking about. Man. And I can't be but so patient when it's been a lifetime of watching that. So that's why, because I've seen all types of people in your shop. So it's not just a black barbershop, by the way. They do all kind of hair. But again, the timing, I probably couldn't be a barber. I'd lose my customers when I'd say, no, you have to come back next week.
No, I think it's about just being compassionate. Like, you never know what that client was coming through or going through before they came to sit in your chair, Other than being late for work, a family issue, anything could happen. The reason why he was late, I don't ask why you were late either. I'm like, what you late for, man? I'm just gonna be like, it's all good, because I know there are times I might be late. Whenever, you know, for your appointment, having a client in chair, or I might run off or something right quick because we're in the shop all day. So there's times where I might be late or might not be there. So I try to just show the compassion and just like, or just to, you know, understanding that it happens.
All right, so we're gonna take that and run with it for a moment in terms of being happy and being respectful to other people. Every one of us, every one of you knows your habits. There's no way in the world a good deal of people can say, I've had people say to me, oh, I'm always late, with pride. Have you ever met those people? Sure you have. I don't say few, damn it, you've been here long enough. It's been more than a few. And so that's a bad habit that will eventually affect other people. So that same person that's on time has to get their kid to the doctor in an hour, right? So while you're being compassionate, yes, as you should, for that person that's coming up with excuses, we know there's always certain circumstances. But we also know, and you know, I bet you off the top of your head, you can think of a client or two that's always late, right? Can you?
Yeah.
All right.
Of course. Of course.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, I understand you're being politically correct.
Yeah.
Don't be politically correct on this show.
Yeah, I was being honest when I said that. I was being honest. I wasn't politically correct. I was just honest on my end of how I cut hair. Mine might be different from my brothers with the next barber, just of how I take that. Me personally, I don't.
Are you generally on time?
Yep. For the most part, sometimes I'm not. But for the most part, I am. But this is a business where I feel like at times it might be impossible to be on time. Like I said, a person can sit there and change conversation. Some guy sitting in the chair, I gotta go to the bathroom. You know, it's things that happen in that barber chair that some people don't understand. I'm not saying that you're not on time every time, but there are situations where sometimes it might not. You get your eyebrows done, that's all you do, get your eyebrows done. You 10 minutes in there. Imagine a haircut, a beard trim, a shave, hot towel shave.
And I should be there at 6 and I show up at 6:30?
No.
I'm back to that. I'm not talking about they have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
They need to get some water.
But 30 minutes later, that's late. You know, 30 minutes, that's, yeah. But if I can still squeeze my client in that time, I would. If not, I'd be like, you gotta wait till Cozy's here at 10. So I gotta get Cozy right quick so you can wait right quick.
There you go. There may be other people. I know there are other people out there. I'm just not the only person that's just this professional individual. I've got life. I'm a professional individual. I've got a life. I've got a schedule, and I have to adhere to my schedule. Right. I want to be, and I even have the choice of saying to Tank, can I reschedule? Right?
Yeah.
Which is gonna mess up my block of time to do things. But I want them to hear you say, if in fact you're on time and the other person isn't, I would be obliged to take you.
Yeah.
Why do they want to come to your shop when they can go down the street to another shop who takes all late people?
Because nobody has service like Universal Fade Kings. No one will treat you like Universal Fade Kings. No one will be as patient with you like Universal Fade Kings. That's where they come to us. No matter how late we are, how on time we are, how if we're not there, they're gonna come back. I guarantee you. And that's because it's the energy, the respect, the love we give to them.
Yeah, and I have to admit, as I said, I've been coming there other than going to Denver. I didn't know you, of course, in Denver. But when I would come in for vacate or to visit, I would go into the shop. It's definitely great energy. Shay was a hoot. It's probably another word, but Shay was a hoot. But your brother is he's just cool. You know what I'm saying? He's cool. He took the time to figure out which one of these eyebrows doesn't do whatever we need to do. As a female in these eyebrows, I don't want anybody snatching stuff off my face. Do you guys do that?
No, we don't. Okay. I've never seen my brother snatch.
No. When I go to female shops.
Oh yeah, I've worked in a salon where I've seen the wax on the faces and all that. I've seen all that. Yeah.
Who the heck wants their hair pulled? So that is not only does he give me, does he take me on time? The conversations in the barbershop are always great because mostly, you know, ladies, I don't know what you don't know, but there are men in barbershops. If you're looking for one, I don't know if you're gonna pick up one in there, but there's, I mean, that's for me. I don't want to be in a shop. I used to live in LA and I had Twist, and I'd go in this Beverly Hills shop and they'd sit there and they talk about the actors that they don't know and the people that they pretend they saw in the grocery store, and the entire conversation was crap. Was crap. And then they were always late and they wrote bad checks to my girlfriend. You guys don't take checks. Yeah, that was way back.
Yeah, like in the 70s, you said, right? Yeah.
No, this was the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were still writing checks in the 90s, by the way. What else would people come to why else would they come to you? Your show, the radio program, or the show?
Why would they come to me? What do you?
Sure. Again, we're trying to get people to think about leaving the shop they're in now.
Yeah. Just like you said, we take time. We will treat you like a human being. I'd have been in places myself. I walked in barbershops, they don't speak to you. Even the tension between barbers, the barbers period, you know, it's a real family oriented barbershop. Like I can't even, the conversation's organic, all that, the love, the energy is. We have clients that will bring you food, you know, so you're coming to a place where you feel at home. Your grandmother can come and be by herself. Your mother can come and be by herself. Your wife can come and will feel comfortable. So that's what we have to offer at University of Fayette Kings.
And I bought you cheesecake and you never said thank you. I'm not bringing you anything else.
You said thank you.
Never did.
You said thank you when you brought it to me.
You're supposed to say thank you after you ate it. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was amazing. I'm sorry.
Now he tells me.
Cozy, your cheesecake was amazing.
No, because your brother, I think Tank said he's not really into cheesecake.
Might have been.
Yeah, I think that's what he thought. You don't have to thank me. I did it because I wanted to.
Thank
So let's go into our can of cozyisms, or cozyisms in a can. I am going to, it's a cozyism out of the book.
Gotcha.
If it's something you're not comfortable with, let me know. I want to know how it hits your stomach and your head, what it makes you think of.
Gotcha.
Okay? And then I will share how it resonated with me. This is easy for you.
That's twice. Third time the charm.
Oh God, twice in one night. Okay. For all that you do, this one should work. A cozyism. If you're around folks whose feelings you cannot hurt, be afraid. Be very afraid.
If
you're around folks whose feelings you cannot hurt, be afraid. Be very afraid.
To me, that's you're around heartless people. You're around people with no compassion, people with no love, no energy, people who don't give, people who don't care, you know? Yeah, that's how, yeah.
It's, again, most of these are not.
I don't want to say evil, but it's almost there. It's thin line, I think. Yeah, it's thin line. Pretty good.
There was a kid years ago. Oh man, he must have been maybe 13, 14, sitting on the curb in New York City. And he said to my brother and I was standing there, I don't give a, he used profanity, about tomorrow. Something to the effect, all I have is today. This is a teenager making that kind of comment. I was afraid. This is, we have kids today who aren't getting a fair shake, who don't give a hoot about prison or getting strung out on anything, or even being homeless. I am quite surprised when I have people tell me that they have other people's children in their home. Did you call the parent? And you have your friends, your daughter's boyfriend. Let's do that one. They do that too. Living in your home, and you know what else they're doing in your bedroom. You're giving your daughter permission to get pregnant in your house. That is something I would be very afraid of. If I had a parent who I called and said, do you know where your kid is? And they said no. that would concern me. So again, back to paying attention and concentrating on being happy. We want to pay attention to folks who they show you they're not afraid.
Right.
And that's unfortunate because they've not been given the love, the compassion, the understanding that they need to understand in a world of human beings where we all need to get along and love and care about one another. You need to be afraid. Well, why don't you just walk into that lion's den and see what happens? Not afraid?
Not afraid.
Not afraid. Then that's how, and I have been around folks who have given me the impression, because I've been around a whole lot of people in a whole lot of places, and I know to walk away.
Yeah.
Walk away. So,
yeah. Cozy. You might sign this book for me, please. Pretty please. Pretty please.
The old charmer. He said the magic words.
Thank you.
As
pretty.
Yeah, pretty please. As I do this wonderful act for you, would you be kind enough, please, to give the info, and you've done a great job, by the way. Yes, you have, of giving them your name, so they don't just call and ask for your brother.
Gotcha.
Your address. Do you guys have a website?
Do we have an Instagram and all that?
No website.
No website.
Okay.
No website.
You need to put those wonderful hairstyles on there.
I know, right?
You have them on the app.
Yeah, we have them on the app.
Shave and put my eyebrows.
We might have to.
Yeah.
So we
That
can-
last one he did, doggone it, I was kidding. Yeah, can't stop talking. Can't stop talking about it. It was so
Your eyebrows
perfect.
look good from here.
Did it look perfect?
They look great.
Well, they've grown a little bit, and I didn't want to come in before. So, of course they look great. All right, so give them, please. This is called fill in airspace.
Fill in the airspace. My name is Evan Walton. I'm a barber at Universal Fade Kings, located at 3242 East Desert Road, Suite 7. Phone number 702-453-7432. I almost got that wrong. If you're looking for a place, a family-oriented barbershop, a place to get a nice haircut, a place where we're gonna listen to you, watch a good movie, might get a nice little meal, might get some cheesecake. Come on down to Universal Fade Kings, 3242 East Desert Road, Suite 7. You can also find me every Thursday at 6 p.m. On Hot 7025. The name of my show is Everything Arrogance. Everything Arrogance, ERAGANCE, and also Everything Arrogance on IG and Facebook as well. Thank you. Thank you, Cozy.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you.
It has been a pleasure. Do not become a stranger. This is our first season. We'd like to think we're going to have 10. How Billy Bob? Didn't say your name this time. That's right. That's right. Let's keep this going.
Yes.
Folks, I want to thank you for tuning in again. Hopefully we've added something positive to your life, given you a thought for being kind, considering compassion to other people. And at the closing, as it goes, and here it goes. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you've got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. We thank you. We'll see you next week.